What's going on, everybody? It's Josh back with you for another video, this time recapping my first tournament of the year, the South City Showdown. Oh man, where to begin? This was by far the two coldest consecutive rounds that I've ever played in my entire life. Not just in tournament play, but in general. I've never played a round of disc golf in this cold of weather. I'm typically the guy, if it's under 32 degrees, you're not gonna see me out on the course. I'm gonna be inside practice putting or chilling on the couch watching Joe Mez. To start the day at 9 o'clock when we teed off, it was 5 degrees outside with a wind chill of -13. Shout out to Derek Green, who was on my card, who hooked me up with a couple hot hands because I was dumb and left mine on the table. So shout out to DG. But yeah, right off the bat, conditions were an issue. The wind was anywhere between 10 to 15 miles an hour all day. There was snow falling for the entire first round and flurries randomly throughout the second. And grip was an issue for me all day. Even with the hot hands, my hands went numb about halfway through my first round, which I had played pretty decently through 10. I was even through 10 holes, holding my own. I felt pretty good about my play. My putting was a little bit off to start, but I just kept getting colder as the round went on, and slowly lost feeling in my hands, which really affected my putting. I think between both rounds, I ended up 3-putting 6 times, which is not a recipe for victory. If you're 3-putting 6 times, there's a pretty big issue. And I think most of those, the first putt was a circle 1 putt. I think maybe 2 of those I started from circle 2. And it was so cold that the snow, especially by the basket after being kind of compact from everybody walking it, if you missed or airballed at all, you were sliding to at least the distance that you're putting from the first time, if not a little bit farther. So putting was definitely an issue round 1. I couldn't feel my hands at all, and that ended up playing a huge factor. But let's go ahead and get into positives. I think off the tee, between both rounds, I was pretty solid. I know specifically looking back to my first round at Jefferson Barracks, I was happy with 15 out of my 18 drives. Not all of them landed in circle 1 or circle 2. A lot of them were close to circle 2, but 15, 16, and 17 were definitely my blow-up holes. All 3 of those holes, I had an early release back to back to back, which kicked me off into the brush, and it was bogey at best at that point. And I ended up going, I think, double bogey, triple bogey on 3 of my last 4 holes to finish the round. And so I finished my first round 9 over par and ended up finishing my second round at Wilmore at 3 over par, and I averaged 915 golf, which is about 50 points below my rating. So it was definitely not the outcome that I wanted. Props to the guys that still went out and shelled out in this tournament. I think Seth Wood, I think took home the victory. He might have had a playoff with somebody else. I don't remember exactly, but props to those guys for still being able to shoot 7 down in those conditions. That was unbelievable. I want to give a shout out to the guys over at Smokin' Aces, Bernie and Chris, who were out there making sure that all the tee pads were good for us all day. They were cleared off before the tournament even started, and they were dropping off bags of ice to everybody while play was happening, just to make sure that they didn't get in any worse condition with the snow that was falling. So shout out to those guys. All right, a couple takeaways that I have from this tournament are definitely to get in the field and work on my forehand. That is something that definitely has to improve from all distances. Just consistency and clean release and just overall confidence in it, which I definitely don't have right now. Another is just getting back in the basement and practicing those putts. A lot of it was feel. I think putting in general has a ton to do with feel and confidence from putt to putt. So just getting all those reps in best I can to make sure that I'm confident for the next tournament. So the next tournament that I've got coming up is the takeover at the Fort. Given I get into it, I know it's gonna fill incredibly fast. And the Fort is one of those courses that I have a ton of confidence in. I typically shoot anywhere from 5 to 8 down when I play there, so I'm expecting to do really well in this tournament, given that my putting, I get situated in the next couple weeks before that starts. Some videos to be looking out for. Me, Jared, and my buddy Shawn are gonna be heading over to Fort Zumwalt Park to get a triples round in the snow. That video is gonna be a ton of fun. Should be out pretty soon for you guys. I'll also have a practice round filmed at the Fort before that tournament starts. Just going through game plan and some other stuff. We weren't able to do that in the first video that I posted because of the wind, so hopefully I can get a new mic and get that figured out a bit. But again, thank you guys for watching. And I just wanted to say thanks for the overwhelming support. My channel's only been up for a week and I've got over 50 subscribers. A lot of people have shown love on Instagram and Facebook, so I appreciate you all for checking out the channel. Make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in a couple days when we come out with the next video.